I love to dance. What I'm going to be making tonight is a pork roast. I won the National Pork Board with this. We've got a salt and pepper of pork loin. This is actually the tenderloin. And then you want to dredge it in flour and get a nice sear on it. Some oil. Now, part of this contesting is having a hook. For instance, this is not just olive oil, this is a basil flavored olive oil. Come on now. Come on now. Got a nice sear on my pork tenderloin. I'm going to transfer it to an oven-safe dish and bake it at 375 for about 20 minutes. While the pork is roasting, I'm going to be starting on my sauce. I've got some olive oil in here, and I'm going to throw in some butter. And I got some cipollini onions. They look like this, and they're packed full of flavor. I have about, a dozen of them, and you cut them in half. And sea salt, pink sea salt, come on. A little bit of that. Gonna turn down the heat and let that cook for, about 5-6 minutes. My onions are boiling with that hard cider. And then I'm going to add juice of 1 tangerine plus the zest. I cook a lot with the pork, I know. People don't usually do that, but I got my onions simmering. And normally I like to use fresh herbs. In this particular dish, I like to use some dried. And I'm using basil because remember I use that basil olive oil. So, a little bit more. And when you're using a dried herb, you want to rub it in your palms to release the essential oils. There's my fork again. Okay, you want to turn down the heat and let that simmer about another 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to finish off my sauce with 1/3 cup of whipped cream. You want to turn it very low. You don't want the cream to boil because it will curdle with that tangerine juice. Let that simmer for about 2 minutes on very, very low. A nice cream sauce going on here. Got my pork sliced up. I'm gonna fan it out onto my dish. It can be a little pink. You do not want to overcook pork. Now my sauce with the onions. Does this feel good to you? Does it? It's cocktail time at the Rosenthal Resort in Palm Springs, California. I'm going to be making a ginger, lime, orange martini. You want to put a little bit of mint in your shaker with some ice on top of it. Then we've got a little bit of Cointreau, which is an orange liqueur, and a ginger liqueur. I cook with a lot of liqueurs. Alcohol is a flavor enhancer, and it makes any kind of sauce much, much, much better. Okay, now we've got some vanilla vodka. A little more. A little more. And then some regular vodka. And then some lime juice. There we go. Okay. You want to shake it really hard and get some ice chips. I have a martini glass collection, I've told you, and I have probably 200 glasses, and people love coming over and choosing their own glass. Okay. I love the desert. My husband says I have sand in my blood. Well, now you know a little bit about me and I hope you consider me for your production, and I thank you for the opportunity.